and then I turned the plug around, something that would never happen in the United States, right?
Yeah.
And the fuse had just fallen out of the plug of the air conditioner. So I put it back in, plugged it in, and it works fine. I was like, oh,
That's a fucking goddamn Christmas miracle, man. Like the fact that you didn't put that fuse like in a junk box or throw it out altogether.
I've just been using it as sort of like a fidget spinner for like I just pick it up. It's on my desk and I pick it up if I'm in like a stupid meeting.
Motherfucker.
We're still rolling here. Hello and welcome to Notes from a Small, Cold, Dark, Miserable Island, recorded not far from a river, which is spelled Thames, but that's not pronounced Thames or even Thames, but Thames? What? I'm Mike.
I'm Matt. This is just now bothering you? This is just come to your attention?
Every so often it enters my consciousness and it irritates me.
Well, this does beg the question or beg the when are we going to do Pronunciation Bowl? Is that going to be our season finale, like Pronunciation Bowl? I've been talking about it for ages.
We've got to do pronunciation. I think why things are what's with all those extra U's? You know what I mean?
The superfluous U. That's the name of my indie band.
And then we don't even get into like place names, you know?
I think if you
Gloucester? How are you getting out of that? Leicester.
I mean, I spent my whole child wondering what Worcester sauce was and also how to say it. So just an idea here that you could be a rapper and call yourself The Mess and spell it the same way as Thames. Because it could be THAMES.
There's so many interpretations.
Like, yeah. This is The Mess.
The Mess.
I don't know. It's a river. Hey, we're in London. And what day is it? This is the 25th of June.
We're recording this a little bit early.
Looking behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. My household has just gotten deep into Wizard of Oz, so I might make a couple Wizard of Oz references by accident. But this is our Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 because we are recording this just after we've recorded our previous episode. This is the first time we've stacked a back-to-backer. If you don't want that, Mike, if you don't want to, show them how the sausage is made, you can just delete this.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. It's a little bit, inside baseball.
Yeah.
It's a little bit inside cricket. They don't say inside cricket here,
No,
do they?
They don't say inside. No, I think they say inside baseball too.
They say inside baseball.
See, another one of our concepts and phrases that they've just.
How dare they use that Americanism?
God, monkey, frunky.
Pretty soon we'll be playing soccer.
Well, one thing that they haven't done, Mike, I'll transition for you for free. One thing that they haven't done over here is adopted 4th of July as a big party.
I wonder
day.
why.
Well, it's obvious. We talked about this, on one of our first episodes was right around Thanksgiving, and we addressed the awkwardness of celebrating a national holiday in a place where it isn't observed.
Yeah.
So it's especially tricky, maybe even like rude and obnoxious and an American to celebrate independence from the country you're in while you're in it. But I really like the 4th of July, and so I definitely wanted to do a 4th of July episode to be like, hey, Americans in England, what is the 4th of July about for you?
Let's sketch out actually what it means back home, right? I mean, I think probably listeners will be familiar, but I like what your sort of list, all day rolling drop-in slosh fests. This seems like you have your priorities in order.
Yeah. Well, I want to specifically shout out and also to try to get this dude as a listener. Just a friend of mine named Aaron and his wife Kristen, for years and years in Chicago, they would do the day before or a couple days before the 4th of July, they would do their Dependence Day house party, which was usually like the day before. Like, if 4th of July fell on a Sunday or a Monday, then they would do it on a Saturday, that sort of thing. And there would be this all day rolling, come on in, BYOB, BYO snack. We'll have the grill going. There's a kiddie pool.
They're pre-gaming the 4th of July.
Pre-gaming the 4th of July, Dependence Day. And, Aaron and Kristen's politics are super left, so they weren't getting in the whole, Chevrolet ads, jingoistic flag-waving thing. But they also, they
sounds pretty traditional, though,
they believe
at the
in
same time.
And yet, pretty traditional.
Nice.
I like this is what I love about the 4th of July. It takes place at a time of year when the weather is good. It's not the dog days of August yet, and everybody gets a day off, even if it's in the middle of the week. There's not the same sort of Christmas and Thanksgiving expectation that you need to see your family, though many people will go and hang out with their families, and so it gives rise to these friend-based house parties, activities. In Chicago, me and my wife used to, meet folks at the beach. Good old 4th of July for grown-ups.
Yeah, that's true. The idea of having a day off that everybody sort of has off is good, isn't it? It's like, you have to set aside that weekend. You've just reminded me that at one point, I suppose this was 2 years ago. Nobody wanted to. Joe Biden was having his last campaign rally, right before he quit.
Wow.
He didn't know that nobody knew that he was going to quit.
It was July, and he was still.
It was rumored. It was early July. It was the 4th of July weekend, 2024.
Yep.
And none of the reporters really wanted to go from Washington or New York or LA to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so for they sent me solo to do all the sort of like TV and radio stuff. And I saw Sleepy Joe on stage at a middle school in the suburbs of Madison give his sort of swan song. And
Was it farewell at the time? I don't remember what the timeline of that was.
It wasn't sort of a goodbye, but he did mess up the year, I believe.
What year it was?
He gave us sort of a fiery 10-minute speech and jumbled up what election that he had actually won, or I don't know. It was.
I thought maybe it was something
very,
back in 1843. Like, no, Joe, it was 1776.
It was very. Yeah, the writing was on the wall then. But that was perhaps, I guess it was a memorable 4th of July. I've had maybe better ones, though.
Yeah. I think America has as well.
I just enjoy a nice hot dog, a baseball game.
Yeah. You could go to a ball game.
Yeah.
You could go to the amusement park. You could go to your local amphitheater and see a concert. Now, small towns like the small town outside Cleveland I grew up in, because I was born in a small town, and I can breathe in a small town. Would have parades, and just like your local moose lodge and baton twirling tweens would just trundle down the main street, and everyone would come for an hour and see their friends and neighbors in the back of pickup trucks.
Absolutely, I love the parade.
Throwing candies.
Devotee of the Oak Park 4th of July parade for sure.
Did you
the fire?
It? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
definitely. Every year, the fire trucks, the liberal pressure groups.
Did they have their float?
That was it. Basically, it was just fire trucks and liberal pressure groups. But they throw the candy. You know what I mean? They throw the Tootsie Rolls, and my British children pick up the Tootsie Rolls and throw them back because they hate them.
Just pelting liberals and firemen alike.
Quit hitting me with the Tootsie Rolls. I love it. it's great. All those things, I can take them all.
So yeah, it's more of an informal. You can make up your activities, and maybe that's why it's a little bit when I Googled like what sort of Independence Day activities are profanely available in London. There wasn't a great amount. I mean, there are many concerts. There are many like music ensembles and churches that are having Great American Songbook concerts. There's an odd like bar crawl and wine tasting, and some like there's a couple historic walks. You can walk around and be like, this is the shit that they were rebelling against right here. That dickhead king sat and decreed some stuff. But
taxed the tea bags,
yeah,
and the windows, and they threw people in jail for printing pamphlets.
And they brought him back here, and this is the jail. No, I don't think so.
That's good. That's good. It's interesting though. It sounds a bit scattershot. I mean, I think like Thanksgiving, for whatever reason, like it will be pretty well established. There'll be like restaurants that offer Thanksgiving menus and stuff, and you can definitely find that place. And then like your American friends definitely will have like a Thanksgiving thing. Sounds a little bit low key.
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah.
Now I'm eager to hear because London is a town where fireworks go off all the time. It's a global city where, lots of different nationalities and religions have, footholds. And so they have times of year when they set off fireworks, and New Year's obviously is a big time.
Yeah.
And so fireworks be happening all the time. It's better than bombs dropping. But for my nervous family, we don't love it the most when, over London fields, kaboom, kaboom. So I'm wondering whether this 4th of July, I'm going to keep an ear out to see, to hear if any cheeky Americans are shooting anything off.
Yeah. I've not heard of that. It's New Year's, bonfire night in early November.
Right.
And Diwali, the Hindu festival. Those are when it is. And in fact, we used to live near the big Neasden temple, so Diwali was a big one. And gosh, yeah, very smoky, very smoky.
What's your stance on fireworks?
I am generally pro firework, but have attained some sort of fireworks skepticism simply because it is really bad for the air pollution, and now we have some cats, and the cats just like freak out. So you're not a fan?
No, I'm not. I'm generally not a fan, though. A good sanctioned, organized, like I in my Chicago years, on a couple occasions went down to Navy Pier and saw the big show, or on the 4th of July, you could just, stake out a spot on one of the many beaches and just look out and see them happen. But there were then also these big, I can't remember the name of the park. This is my brain melting. But there was, a big unsanctioned 4th of July at a North Side park that was not far from my house that just every cowboy would just go take over this place, and it was like a scene out of The Warriors, with bootleg fireworks going off. I've only got to remember the name of that park. It doesn't matter. So that's not my jam, but I do like a good civically
you want it to be organized.
Yeah. I love the footage of. I'm sure it's awful for the environment as well. The replacing the explosives with interesting drones.
Oh yeah, the drone thing. Yeah. That's becoming a thing. I think fireworks are phasing out. They're going to seem too low tech pretty soon.
It's going to look like a really cool Björk concert, for the 4th of July. Maybe even soundtracked by Björk. We'll play her most patriotic American song.
Yeah.
Which is probably Army of Me. I digress.
I was like, that would be, Oh, yeah, of course, RMV. The Oak Park was way too woke to have fireworks. They sort of banned their fireworks.
No
They
kidding.
donated the money to the poor.
Oh.
They were like, they scare children in small. There was all sorts of things. There would be people grumbling about that. Yeah, but so you just go to a neighboring suburb. We went to go see our friend. I had another 4th of July in Chicago, which was like, a relatively well-off suburb, exurb, and it was just sort of classic. Had that classic Chicago hot dog, millions of people bringing millions of bottles of wine and beer to the park, sitting out there, and then just air pollution for the next hour, just boom, bada boom, bada boom.
But then get in your car. You've maybe only had a couple beers and get back home.
But by the time you get out of traffic,
right.
you're sober. It's fine.
Did you have in Buffalo? Did you have one of these like classic 60s, 70s concrete amphitheaters where there would be concerts and like the Journey Foreigner reunion tour would come and play in the concert, like Tinley Park in Chicago? It's Blossom Music Center in the Cleveland. Cleveland area.
There is. I think there is a similar sort of thing in Buffalo. There's a place called Art Park where people play. But the 4th of July thing was always some sort of iteration of the Beach Boys. You know how there was like various Beach Boys iterations?
Oh, yeah. We've still got Mike Love.
Yeah. And they would play at the baseball stadium in conjunction with a minor league baseball game. This sounds very, very low rent, right? But like they would play around the 4th of July.
Pretty American. I would enjoy a minor league baseball game.
I thought that I had like hallucinated this when when Brian Wilson died. I was like, I was like, did that actually happen in Buffalo? Like this weird sort of, and then I had to look it up. I had to look up old issues of the Buffalo News, and it did. Yes, the rump Mike Love thing came through on an annual basis for several years on the 4th of July weekend. You just think they could have gotten a bigger gig somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Buffalo, yeah. Geographically, I think Buffalo. Do you have knowledge from Buffalo history when you were in middle school? Like, did Buffalo see any skirmishes?
In the
Putting you on the spot.
In the War of Independence.
Yeah. I know Cleveland didn't.
No. I think no. The town where I grew up basically was founded after the War of 1812.
Oh, okay.
That war that nobody remembers.
Well, except that they burnt down the White House.
They burnt down the White House.
These mother...
Pretty soon people are going to be asking to do that again. I mean, let's not.
Well, it's 3/4 of the way done already. Don't worry about it.
We haven't even talked about the UFC fighting championship. They burned down the little village of Buffalo in 1812, and people ran to the village where I grew up, called Williamsville.
Okay,
and that really sort of established it as a thriving base of operations until they rebuilt Buffalo and everybody sort of moved back, and then people moved back to the suburbs after a while.
This is
60s and
precisely why
racial
I
riots.
Okay.
There you go. The history of Buffalo, New York.
Very linked to some pivotal moments in American history.
Absolutely. So yes, not Revolutionary War skirmishes as far as I know. Hopefully, I'm not embarrassing myself there by missing some big battle.
I tried to look up whether I wanted to start a conspiracy theory that the Founding Fathers and the Continental Congress were like, it must have been dragging on for weeks into months.
Yeah.
About we can't go on like this. This king is murdering us. We've got our own identity over here. F this guy. We're going to need to do something eventually. We're going to have to declare independence. And I just want to start a conspiracy theory where somebody was like, it was February, and he was like, okay, I hear you. And yes, I'm outraged as well. But if we're going to do this, let's wait until the weather's nice. Because we're going to win.
This is great.
I believe that we will win. And then...
so they were like thinking ahead. They were
thinking ahead.
This is going to be our national day.
Yeah.
And the weather needs to be good because we are making a nation of eternal optimists.
We want to yearly have an opportunity in the not the gross August summer, but nice July. We want to have these cookouts. I decree I want an all-day rolling slosh fest, said Hamilton. Yeah, so this is my conspiracy theory, is that they decided to hold the Continental Congress / declare independence, but they waited until such a date that it would be, that this, national significant date would be a really good time for a holiday.
I'm now
There's no evidence
really
for this.
stretching.
I went to my Howard Zinn, no evidence.
This is great. This is awesome. But I'm really stretching against the history here. But isn't it that... was it signed on July the 4th, or was it just announced on July the 4th?
Well, this is the thing, is that July 2nd it was introduced. I don't know all the facts, but there is some conjecture, July 2nd.
It took a few days for the word to get around.
Right. Well, they had to pass the thing around, man. Couriers were quite slow.
Yeah. I mean, interestingly, isn't that the Juneteenth story too?
Oh, yeah.
The Emancipation Proclamation was signed in early June, but then it took a while to get to
No, months, wasn't it? Oh,
months?
See, this is where we are shameful
it took
Americans. That's why we left.
Sometime. Anyway, word did not get around. I mean,
the primitive fax machines of the 18th century.
They probably thought, well, look, at some point in our grand history of this nation, Chicago's going to want to have a NASCAR race. And they cannot be driving around in February. This is ice, snow, no way.
I envision a horseless buggy with many sponsorships plastered on its side and a man named Jethro sitting upon the cockpit. No, I don't.
I never actually witnessed the 4th of July NASCAR race in Chicago because actually the weather was horrendous for those two races. It was absolutely disastrous, and they were all driving around at the normal pace of Chicago traffic, which is about 30 miles per hour, plus some asshole who just tries to pass everyone.
Right. Are we talking Lakeshore Drive?
There was about
4:30 to 7:30.
I think literally they were driving up Lakeshore Drive, but very slowly in heavy rain.
Yeah. Not my vibe for a sporting event.
4th of July, yeah.
Same
as any other day.
I wanted to sort of do a review of Founding Fathers pop culture, but there isn't that much, Mike. I mean, and before Hamilton came out, 10, 15 years ago, there's very little Founding Fathers related pop culture for us to, celebrate our history. There's a musical called 1776 that American musical theater nerds I don't know it.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Hamilton's the big gorilla.
Hamilton's the big dog in the street. There's when you Google this, you're reminded of that HBO miniseries John Adams with Paul Giamatti as John Adams.
I'm not.
No, yeah.
So I didn't.
Paul Giamatti going, I am not drinking Merlot. Wait, no, it's I'm not drinking mead, said John Adams famously to Washington as they went on their, the
Saturday Night Live Nate Bargatze sketch.
Yeah.
I send this to everybody.
Yeah, that's a solid one. Where he does the bit that I just unconsciously copied. I envision the bullshit of the future.
How many feet will be in a yard?
Yeah.
3. What?
So what are you gonna? So what do you?
funny.
Do you have any plans for the 4th of July?
I don't. I've completely been waylaid by this whole episode. I feel like I now need to get some plans. I don't know if I've actually had plans, although I'm sure that maybe we've hung out on a 4th of July to be American.
We maybe
and all broy, but I can't remember
maybe
doing anything other than specifically American on the 4th of July.
I think if you go back into our previous episodes, the Sasha episode, when we revealed my bowling alley DJ pass, I think I DJ'd at All-Star Lane's Bayswater one 4th of July. Is that the one? Is that one of the times that you came through?
Possibly.
I know I went to a U.S. England. I DJ'd during a U.S. England World Cup match at All Star Lanes, in 2011 or 12 or no.
I hope I was there.
8, 9, 10.
If I wasn't, I want to go back and go there.
Let's do it. Let's hop in the old time machine.
Was it when you were DJing the 4th of July? Was it an official American themed All-Star Lanes event?
Well, no, it was sort of every Friday
like,
night.
Put the
Saturday
American on the
nights.
decks.
There were 2 of us. But the place was, Americana themed. And so
right.
these American employees, they were like, yeah, come on. I know you're going to play a bunch of like Memphis soul classics.
People should go back and listen to that episode.
The Sasha episode.
Yeah.
You should go back and
I should
listen
go back
to
and
all the
listen to it too. Because apparently it didn't get into my brain.
Well, this 4th of July lands on a Saturday. If you are hearing this, then please email us at colddarkmiserablepod@gmail.com. We're going to release this one a little bit before the 4th of July. So if you give us a tip, what should we do for the 4th of July? The Saturday, July 4th. I'm sure the World Cup will be going. I'm at work that day, but I get off at 9, so I could still go.
Yeah, after you get off, let's do something Yankee.
Hey.
Yeah, tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Tell us what to do. We have no plans.
Why did we even do this episode? Why did we do this Use Your Illusion Part 2? Well, I feel like it needs to be acknowledged, and that's sort of the thing. We'll
come back to you at Labor Day.
Celebrate labor. Celebrate the great labor tradition and the Wobblies.
That email address, again, colddarkmiserablepod@gmail.com.
You can check us on all the platforms. We're on YouTube. Check out some of our YouTube shorts with more on the way.
Give us our 4th of July gift of a 5-star rating.
Yep. July 4th, 5 stars.
4th, 5. Not 5th, 4 stars.
No.
4th, 5 stars. Crying out loud.
So, at my workplace where I'll be on the 4th of July, we had, within the last couple months, a performance where the title of the show was the name of two lovers, and it was one of them was Jack, and then it was the lady. Well, I'll just say it was Jack and Louise. And so I spent the whole run of this show just in my head being like, little ditty about Jack and Louise, and English people under 30 were like, "What? Why do you keep singing that?" And I was like, "Hold on, you don't know, let me play this for you." And I learned that English people under 30 have no idea who John Mellencamp is, and this was pretty painful for me as an American immigrant, that like John Mellencamp is being lost to history, to non-Americans, even though he's pretty American coded, is Mellencamp. So I thought, to really cement what we're doing here, being independent from America, but also keeping the American spirit, not the cigarette, alive, that I would tribute to Mellencamp with a new theme song for our podcast.
All right. Let's hear it.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, great. Bow down, down, down. Bow down. Bow down, down, down. Down, down. There's an orange man in a White House, crumbling down his neighborhood. He's got a wrestling ring plunked down in the front yard. Update. He's got a chain link fence round a toxic duck pond. His cronies think they got it so good. And we're two old dads with a podcast. We met at our college radio station. We got visa tales, I got cheesy rhymes for immigrants to this cold, dark, miserable nation. See, they told us when we were younger, anyone can grow up to be president. But a narcissistic, racist, rapist, con man, clown probably wasn't what they meant. So we ain't in America for $2.50. No, we ain't in America. We don't have to see daily all the hate in America for rationality. Yeah, non-detached houses for Mike and me. 4th of July in the UK for a Mike and me. Ooh yeah. Ain't in America.